Trefelin is one of the first clubs in Wales to have a dedicated mental health officer, and it was a decision that was brought in memory of much-loved clubman Darren Phillips, and it's a role that clubs all across Cymru could bring in.
Nearly 3 years ago we lost one of our committee men and big friend of the club due to some mental health problems, and since then the club has felt we never want that to happen to us as a club again. So we feel we need to drive this into the club and into the community, that we get the awareness out there and break down barriers and stigma on mental health in sport. Darren was a hard-working member of the community here. In the committee, he was always here doing something, always had a smile on his face, always having a beer, having a chat. I think it's a prime example, Darren, of people don't know what's going on behind closed doors, you know. Darren obviously had some real troubles in his life, which we didn't know about. And he's just a massively missed figure in the club, you know, and that's driven us to do what we want to do here. It rocked the club to its core, to be truthful with you. You know, it was a real, horrendous time. But like you say, positivity is we drive this on not only in Trefelin and the community, but we're actually out there in other clubs delivering our mental health sessions as well.
I think it's massive. I think it's close to the heart of the club with Trefelin, and I think it's good we use the status of the club now to build a platform to raise awareness of it, and I think it's good now we're getting other clubs involved as well. And I think we had a bad experience with mental health with the club, so I think it's personal, it's good personal terms to us. So I think a day like today is massive, especially Derby Day. We've got a crowd here for it and make a good awareness for it. It's always been a stigma around it with men's mental health where you've got to keep it bottled up and that. But with Martin, he makes sure the boys bring it out, and he's close to all the boys as well, so he's been excellent.
If there's anything wrong at football, at work, in the house even, we've got someone to talk to, and Martin's been fantastic. He's given us all his number, so if we've got any problems whatsoever, we can just go straight to him. We all know someone who's going through it, and maybe sometimes they don't show it, and they just need that point of contact for someone to speak to.
I think for me personally it's made a massive deal. As someone who suffers from anxiety and depression myself, I think opening the club up so that we can discuss this stuff has made a major difference to me. And I think a lot of the friends here and the fellow committee will know, I'm always been one to make excuses when I couldn't do something and saying, I'm sick or I got a headache, and being able to be honest and say, look, I'm not in a good place mentally today, I won't be able to do something, makes such a huge difference for me personally. I think it's just so important that we have this open and honest area that we can discuss this stuff, It's a slow process, but, my friends now know when to text me and push maybe if I say I can't do something, and they know when to check in, and they know when to leave me alone because I need my own company, right? So it's definitely been a slow but steady learning curve, yes.
Credit to Trefelin for doing so much for men's mental health. I think particularly young males they hugely need mental health support, and for a team like Trefelin, who are obviously so rooted in the community, to offer a space where people can talk about their mental health and signpost to mental health services is fantastic. Yeah, we can't credit them enough.
It's very easy, and the club are giving us great support. We've had great support from the FAW. Some of our sponsors are back today as well. So once you get it going, it really is, the numbers of people who want to get involved is huge. So just get in touch, guys. We hope, to give our advice out to other clubs. Please bear it in mind, men and sportsmen don't want to talk about these issues, and there's such a stigma on it that just please open up.